Hey Wealth Builders, welcome back to another episode of The Bemuser, where we are making sense of all things money for the bewildered and confused young adult. In this video, I'm coming with a super quick update, a follow-up video to a video that we posted recently on the CARES Act and what that means for your student loans. Now, since the posting of that video, there has been further guidance and clarity that has been issued. So I just wanted to come on here real quick and give you guys some updates on what is happening with the new provisions. Now, in the prior video, I already went through the main kind of provisions that the CARES Act has for your student loans, and just as a refresher, I'm going to go through those just once more. The first and most important provision is that for all federally held student loans, which is pretty much like 95% of the loans that exist out there for federal loans, payments are suspended for a period of 6 months, and so that ends on September 30th. So this is automatic. You don't need to do anything to get that payment suspension. Loan servicers are currently in the process of updating all of their accounts and their systems and platforms to reflect that all of those payments should be suspended. You should be seeing, pretty shortly. It hasn't been updated yet for all servicers, and I don't think for many servicers it has been just yet, but eventually they'll update all the systems to reflect that there should be no payments due until October 1st. The second thing is how this affects people who are on an income-driven repayment plan or under public service loan forgiveness. So with these new provisions, the 6-month period will not count against you when it comes to qualified payments counting toward the 120 payments that you need for public service loan forgiveness. They're going to count it as if you were making payments the entire time, even if you don't make any payments in that 6-month period, which is awesome. Before the CARES Act was passed, they had a 60-day forbearance that was available to borrowers that you could call in or write in and request. But now that the CARES Act has been passed, there's no need to do that. And those who have applied for forbearance previously, that would have counted against you, would not have counted in your qualifying payments for public service loan forgiveness. So if you haven't done any of that yet, there's no need to do that anymore. No need to proactively reach out to your loan servicer. You should just see those automatic payment suspensions going into place, and just know that you are covered. Your payments will still count as if you were making them throughout this 6-month period, even if you don't make any payments at all. The third provision I mentioned in the prior video is that borrowers who are in default on their student loans and they have income or certain types of things being garnished, like wage garnishments, or they're seizing your tax refunds or social security checks, those types of things, those garnishments are going to stop for this period, and that is actually being retroactive to March 13th. So in that video I said I thought it was March 13th. It is March 13th. They are going to be suspending any collection efforts of that sort beginning March 13th. And if something was collected from you since then, any wage garnishments, anything like that, they're going to be refunding that money to you. Now, here are the couple of clarification points that I want to make sure that I bring to you guys because they're really, really important. The first thing is that there was some confusion around what would be happening to people who have AutoDebit set up on their accounts. So they clarified that today, and they're saying that as of April 10th, all loan servicers are instructed to stop all AutoDebit withdrawals. So you may or may not have seen a student loan payment still get debited this month. For me personally, when I looked at my student loan servicer account, I did see that I was in the 60-day forbearance. They haven't updated it yet to show the automatic 6-month suspension. And I saw that I had no payments due for the next 60 days. However, my auto debit was still scheduled to go through as normal on April 1st. Now, as I'm recording this, it is today, April 2nd. It is the evening of April 2nd, and I have not seen anything be withdrawn from my account. I haven't seen a payment being applied on my loan servicer's end either. So that may just be a glitch in the system, but they still may or they may not take that payment out of my account. But either way, even if you do have an auto debit that does come out before April 10th, you actually can request a refund. And that is really crazy because the Department of Ed is not known to issue refunds for payments for student loans. So if you have made a payment after March 13th, or if you do continue, even if you decide you want to make a payment next month and then you change your mind a month later, you can go and request a refund from them. Not sure how long that's going to take you, how long it's going to take for them to process that, but you are entitled to a refund for any payments made between March 13th and September 30th, 2020. If you do wish to continue making payments throughout your suspension period, you have two choices. One, the one I wouldn't recommend, I don't know why anybody would do this, but you can decide to opt out of that suspension. You can contact your loan servicer and just say, hey, I don't want this, take it off. Don't know why you do that again, but your prerogative. Or you can continue to make payments by going on and just doing one-time payments whenever you have a payment that you want to make during the suspension period. Because AutoDebit, like I mentioned before, is not going to be drafted, so just go on and make your one-time payments with your loan servicer during the suspension period if that's what you want to do. Also, for borrowers who are on income-driven repayment plans and you are up for recertification of your income, that deadline has been extended for 6 months. And so if you are coming up for your recertification period, just know that you don't have to worry about that during this suspension period. So those are the updates. I know I personally had a lot of questions, especially revolving around the auto debit and the payments. And so I hope this cleared things up for you guys. If you have any further questions about the CARES Act or COVID-19 and what that means for your student loans, leave them down in the comments below. You guys know we love to respond to as many comments as we can. So let me know your questions and thoughts down there. Let me know what you're planning to do if you're switching up your student loan repayment strategy, reprioritizing goals around this time. Let us know that in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.